NRG versus Exodus. First map is Pillars. Let's continue on with this mid-season mayhem with the commentary down on the field. It's Leaf and Lawler. Take it away, guys.
NRG versus Exodus. What's going on, Lawler?
How's it going, man? Some really exciting games. Last series was nuts.
Absolutely nuts. I mean, I'm watching now. I'm super excited to cast this. Rumble is just insane. And we were actually talking about NRG. If there's a team that can have fun with this, it's going to be NRG.
Right, and it suits their playstyle. Like, those guys are the ones that do unconventional stuff. They like bumps, they like demos, and when you're you're throwing in... They're broing down, man. No. They're throwing in different types of map settings, and then if we do go into mutators, I think it only suits their playstyle more. But they're going against the #1 in the power rankings right now.
I mean, like, that's exactly it. You still have to get past this huge wall of skill that Exodus is going to bring to the table. It's not just going to be an easy walk in the park, that's for sure, especially when we're not on a park, man. We got a super great one coming up here. Pillars is going to be incredible. I love this one, that MOBA-style map. Lots of lanes go down. Lots that can happen with this, especially if you ever play this one on Rumble. That can get crazy.
Oh, gosh. Yeah, the capabilities of what this map really allows is you can kind of zone it out, actually. Like, positioning is so crucial in Pillars with the way that it plays. But at the same time, you can be caught out of that same position. Like, you set yourself up for, like, success, and then all of a sudden it hits a corner and just randomly goes the other way, and you're like, there's pillars in the way. What do I do? And, like, you have to rotate back. So, really cool map, really exciting to see.
Well, it gives you a lot of options, too, especially when you are rotating back to defense. If someone's pulling up one of those outside lanes, you can sneak up on the other side or down the middle, and they might not even see you coming in for that save. So you can blindside people. And we might see that in this match here with NRG versus Exodus. This is going to be great on Pillars. I'm excited to see what they can do with this map, especially at this level of play. These guys are going to be going fast. I want to see, especially with those insides of the walls, where those can roll right towards the net. As an early shot almost comes out from Jacob as NRG tries to put in the first one, but Garrett now with an opportunity to throw that one towards the net. Sad Jr. going to be back in time for that one.
Now, the boost pads are located a little bit differently in this map. They're to the sides of the goals and then a little bit at midfield. Makes it a little bit more of a struggle, so those smaller boost pads coming in huge.
The outside is Fireburner as he tries to roll it around, and a shot on target, but stopped out. But Jacob expecting the far one. Sad Jr. can't get there in time to put that one away, and we roll back around to the outside. One of my favorite games is Around the World. See how many times you can get the ball to go around this entire map without it touching the ground. And then get a goal off of it.
Completely defeats the purpose of putting it in the goal, but
whatever, it's fun.
As long as you're having fun, man, that's all that matters. But it's crazy to see, like, you see the way the ball gets hit, it gets kind of trapped up in one of these lanes, per se, and it allows a lot of time for these guys to rotate back, but, oh my goodness, Fireburner just barely missing that one.
Good pass back from Jacob to Sad Jr., but they can't finish it off. They spent a lot of time on offense here, getting a lot of shots out, but can't finish them off at all. No corner passing plays are really able to come out on this map, because it is a lot more rounded. You try to throw it in the corner, it's probably just going back to midfield on one of the outside lanes. Turtle trying to make an advance for their team, but a push forward from NRG again. Just can't find the angle on the defensive save there. And they aren't able to sink one in. Still 0-0 on this Pillars map. NRG looking so hard to get that first one for their team.
Yeah, really well played up on that wall too. With it being a circular shape as well, the angle of where, like, how it gets played off is a little bit different. Oh, good pass play back inside. Just not able to sink it in. The way that it settles perfectly down that wall, it allows you to carry that momentum so well.
Which is kind of a tough thing for NRG right now. They see that ball flying past a little bit faster than they expect sometimes when they are taking the shots. A passing play, though. Garrett up to Turtle, and they're going to read that passing play perfectly.
Waiting in that mid lane for a snipe. He sees this develop all the way on the right-hand side. Garrett carries it on top of his car, and then a good flick up top. Plays that super high for Turtle, and then Turtle just plays it right back down. Really spreading out and working that field.
Good little flickerino there to get themselves the first one against NRG. They've been fending off a lot of pressure from NRG right now, but they might find a second one. Garrett can't get that top corner. It's going to give Sad a chance to roll that one slow down to the other end, but Moses just getting back in time. Keeps it out and keeps them in the lead. Only up by 1 goal, though. Anything can happen on these maps. Who knows how long they've been practicing them, either one of these teams. Only 1 goal separates them at this point. NRG trying to make a push back the other way, but stopped on that outside lane around midfield. They are finally making an advance forward, but Turtle with the intercept off that post, so not expecting that one to go in that direction. He's going to be out of the play as it rolls back towards their own net.
Yeah, those pillars stick out a little bit further than what they expect, so when they put that shot inside, it just bounces right back at him, and he's got nothing he can do.
And I'm seeing a lack of inside lane use, that middle lane, and it can actually turn out really good, but there's a shot. They don't need that inside one. Fireburner is going to drop it in.
Also a very tall map. You see how easily Sad's able to bring this around, and then he angles himself on that circle of that side, so when it gets hit, it just goes right back into him, and he's able to push it back inside for his teammate. Fireburner going to get a goal. Fireburner, past couple weeks, been doing a really good job of moving upfield.
Well, again, as I said, lack of inner lane play here. Those inner pillars can actually roll that right towards the net, and I think a little more advantage, taking advantage of that. Could be a priority for these teams, but straight shot from Turtle is what he's going for. Outside lane as Garrett does sneak up from defense there, and a shot on net, a little bit wide. That is going to roll off a pillar again as they try to make an advance. Stuck on that sticking out pillar there. As either team's trying to get control of the ball. NRG now ready and poised for a play, but possession giveaway goes to Garrett as he sends that one right back towards NRG's side. Turtle with a shot off the backboard, no follow-up though, as Sad Jr. is going to throw that to an outside lane.
Yeah, really cool to see them work in the field. A lot of misdirection as well. Usually you see that play inside, but with how wide this map is, not only are they getting involved with playing it outside, but they're also using the pillars to their advantage, hopefully to draw one defender out, even if it means taking him out himself. Good job by Fireburner getting aggressive.
Turtle carrying this one around the corner, but a sneak up by Jacob is going to stop him. He was prowling around that corner that he couldn't see by. Moses stopped once again by that sticking out point of the pillar. Turtle is going to take advantage. Oh, there's no one in net. That's rolling slowly. And the defender, Fireburner, cannot get back in time. Turtle going to set themselves in the lead with 43 seconds left.
Yeah, big clear. That actually was the help from a teammate, playing that straight down to him. And then just a big clear, like a 1-2 hit. Very quick counterattack. Very difficult to rotate back on. And then just to make sure that it went in, you're going to see a demo coming out to secure that goal. Not able to get back in time. Turtle gets a goal.
NRG needs 1 goal in 40 seconds. There's that roll-off on the inner side of the pillar. I was talking about, but it does get stopped out, sent back to midfield. NRG going to try to reset this play, but with 30 seconds left, they're going to start making some moves. Good defense there from Turtle as he pushes it to the side, but awkward bounces off the pillars. He's a rough touch for Turtle there. He's going to have to move back. Garrett also out of position. Thankfully, Moses was there for the team. And that's rolling right in front of the net. Turtle gets in the way off the post. Moses taking his time, smart. Never know where those touches are going to go. Unless you're practice on the bounces. Garrett to drop it in. Can't get the second touch. And that is going to go to the side. If this touches the ground here, it does. Exodus going to take game number 1 on pillars in our midseason mayhem.
Really well played, too. A lot of clock management they did last week, carrying over into pillars. They not only took everybody out of play in that and just for an opportunity for a shot, but one after another off that backboard. People are getting drawn out of position like crazy. Garrett almost getting that shot that we were getting excited about, but just barely missing out. Really well done by Exodus to clutch that in the end, because NRG was coming with quite a bit of pressure.
Well, especially at the beginning, and that's
Right.
what we were saying, is they were putting up a lot of pressure, and Exodus held them out. I mean, it's a lot shorter map from goal to goal than it is on a standard map, so you're seeing a lot more shots. Like, both these teams have an insane amount of shots compared to a standard map. So it's just, you have to be on your back heel a lot, and that's what those lanes really help with, though.
Right.
And that's why I'm so excited to see these maps, because I think, I mean, maybe it's just some people will probably chirp me for this, but I think these maps are the future of the meta of this game, and I love to see we're getting a taste of this at top level right now.
Right, and to carry on that, the reason why we mention stuff like that is because it makes these guys adapt accordingly to the playstyles of the maps. You see it in many other esports where certain teams get very good at specific maps, and they can use that as a counterpick in the competitive play. And this is kind of a good taste of that, is you can start to see how well these guys really play and how good they really are when it comes to, okay, yeah, we got 2 goals we got to defend. Let's transition the entire side of the field. Let's use elevation differences. And we're going to see some of that elevation difference in this map in Cosmic.
As you said, elevation difference, they added a couple changes, changed a couple things in this in the latest update. Much more uniform walls. These guys will have a little easier time when they're going up, as they're used to in standard maps. And that lip, though, can be difficult, and the net is a lot bigger than it was before, so less defensive. we'll maybe see some more goals out of this.
Yeah, that goal, like you mentioned before, when you pushed it up the lip, it was actually too short, so it would hit the top bar and then just come back out. But now, if you play it light enough, it will just ramp right into it. So got to be careful. There's a couple different mechanics of this map that are very difficult when it comes to quick counterplay, which both these teams do very well.
See who's gonna be more practice on this one, as both teams trying to find a shot. We all did have an early one coming out there for Exodus earlier on, but no goal resulted in that. Good passing play from Jacob to Sad Jr. Sad tried to get that with Jacob for a redirect, but he was a little bit out of commission there. Fireburner is going to bring up the rear as they start to put some pressure on off this corner, but a roof touch not going to go in favor of NRG. Jacob trying his best to re-establish this play in front. As now the pressure for NRG coming out. Here's a shot potential. Moses getting in the way of that one. Garrett waiting back as Moses tries to set up a play. Playing this one slow. Does give away possession to Sad as NRG tries to move back on the attack here. A slow play from Jacob, stopped up from Garrett. Good read from him to send that one flying back towards that NRG end. Past the lip now. They just need to get a shot, but Turtle a little bit pressed too far forward. They are going to lose control of that one, and NRG takes it back.
Yeah, a lot of back and forth already you're going to see, but with this lip in front, Moses needs to be careful with his approach and is able to clear that back outside to Turtle. But with how well these guys are working as a group, there's something with how large this map is. They actually reduced the height just a little bit as well in that latest update. But you see a lot of high play, and then these guys would just follow for back-to-back hits, something that you see suit Garrett very, very well. But it doesn't seem to matter. You see how well NRG is grouping up and just making sure the support is there for their teammates.
You talk about height, especially with those lips being higher up in front of the goal. Watching out for those roof bounces is going to be something you have to really keep an eye out, because they'll be a little more tricky as they'll come down a lot quicker. Roll up the lip here. Moses going to try to set this one down. A third in, stopped out by Jacob. Garrett couldn't get the touch first. Fireburner Jacob moving up with a steal away by Turtle. Easy pullback from Fireburner as they roll this one up the field, but a little bit too high for him, so Garrett is once again going to send it back down. Turtle was ready for that roll around. No finish for them. You see a lot of time for NRG, 2 up, 1 back, as they try to get these passing plays, but still 0 goals.
On both offense and defense, you see how these players approach that lip. They're so afraid of getting a little bit airborne off of it because it's difficult to react and then try to readjust. So it does buy some time on both offense and defense. For breakaways like that, these players are able to get into position before the pressure comes on.
As you just said, twice we just saw shots, one from Moses and another there from Sad, I believe, that went off the lip and put it over top of the net. And that's something they have to watch out for. Pulling around these corners is going to be maybe a strat they need to do, but it's a lot easier to defend in that situation. So precise long shots, maybe what they need to look forward to. But with 2 minutes left in this, still scoreless between NRG and Exodus in game number 2. As Exodus took the first one on that Pillars map. No one able to find the first goal on Cosmic, but there's a flick up from Jacob. No finish from Fireburner. Moses going to get in the way and contest that one. Garrett can't get enough to roll around. Jacob is going to meet that. This is a shot potential here, but no third. Moses too far back. Or sorry, Fireburner too far back. Putting some single pressure on there, and a missed demo on Moses. It's going to leave him out of the play.
Yeah, unfortunately for them, there was a demo coming up from Jacob onto Garrett, and he spawned perfectly ready for the ball to make a counterattack. Fortunately, doesn't pan out, but that shot on net coming off the crossbar.
As you just said, off the crossbar. Once again, that lip putting it just a little bit too high over the net. And no sinker on that one. It does stay out. 1 minute remaining between Exodus and NRG. Both teams trying to still find that first one. Finally, the roll up on the lip there, the shot, but stopped by Jacob as he tries to bring it down the other end. Sad Jr. losing control, but being a bully leaves Jacob time to put that in front. Fireburner has a chance to put this on target, just off the post. No finish there from them. 30 seconds left. Now it's Exodus's turn to move down the field.
This is NRG's chance to play. Moses was super low on boost, finally gets a full boost pad, so he's good to go now. But there was a lot of times when he wanted to push that upfield and he just couldn't.
Ooh, they're leaving chance here for Exodus to set up a play. A little bit awkward on defense, but they know they have that lip on their side as well. Jacob off corner, not favorable for them. Back towards their own end. There's Sad Jr. off that heightened platform. Finish here from Fireburner. Can he put it on? Way too soft. Easy save there for Exodus. And that's probably going to touch if they let this go down here. They're going to try to keep it alive. NRG looking for that goal. And finally the touch. Cosmic going to overtime in game number 2. NRG versus Exodus. Still no goals, and I've heard Gibbs talk about it before. Very defensive map, and you're seeing that especially with that lip in front.
Man, no wonder it's his favorite. It's a very defensive map. Of course, Gibbs loves it. But yeah, I mean, that lip, it just makes you have to approach with a little bit of caution. You either chip it up very high, but that still gives the other players on the defending team a benefit. It forces them to have to come down at an upward angle, and they're going to just sit there waiting for you.
A little bit awkward offense there from NRG.
Turtle's got a chance.
Gives Turtle a chance to put that one in, but Sad Jr. waiting, knowing that lip is a little bit awkward. Maintains his composure and pushes it back to midfield. Fireburner with a chance up to Sad. Sad is ready. He's going to leave that one, though, expecting Moses to contest it, but he does it in the push-through. Sad Jr. finally putting it in 42 seconds into overtime. And there you have it. NRG is going to take game number 2 to tie it up.
Those circular edges, they're not at a hard angle, so when they get played off, they're so difficult to read. And as that bounces back in, able to follow it up. Really well played by NRG, pressuring that corner and able to take a good angle. Sad Jr., we know he makes those shots well. Glad to see him making another one.
2 type S's. I mean, I'm okay. I got one finally.
Must be nice.
It is nice. It feels good, man. It feels good, man. But there you go. Game number 2 going to NRG. Only 1-0, though. 42 seconds in overtime. And we said it before, very, very defensive map, and it showed right there on Cosmic. Those changes are beautiful, especially, as you said, having that bigger net, the better walls to go up and be able to carry and potentially get some air dribbles off. We didn't see any of that fancy stuff this time around, but I mean, it was such a close game. You don't want to be risking that anyways.
You saw those walls played more defensively. Like, there was a lot of times where NRG was waiting up on the walls. So as soon as it got cleared out, it was like a form of comfortability. Like, those walls initially were a lot steeper. You came off them a little bit easier, and now you're able to play it naturally like you do in your standard maps. So these guys, understanding that they can take advantage of that, and they did. I mean, a lot of the times, those clears out to side are telegraphed. They're very, very easy to read. So doing a good job of keeping that back in, and eventually that pressure led to a goal. We're back tied in the series.
There you go. And I expect, I mean, I'm really hoping this one goes to game number 5 because I'm loving today. Like, this is some exciting stuff. So now we have the picked out mutators on a standard map. So no more of the Rocket Labs. We have some crazy stuff going on here, and I actually missed which one it was. So this is going to be intense. Looks like it's friendly fire. Ooh, this is actually what I was looking for. And I know Gibbs was too. As if you're on defense, you got to watch out for that. You just accidentally tap your teammate in the back end or on the side, and they are going bye-bye. It's going to be tricky on defense. I want to see if someone can push opponents into each other and cause demos.
Well, the issue is anything in contact, even 50-50s, you got to be careful of, because if you go up and you just catch the clip of the, like, just the tip, like, even like that, he like goes up to contest it, and then just explosions everywhere. Like, oh my goodness.
This is just going to be chaos. I love it.
I don't know how I'm going to do cameras. Like, everybody's gone that I try to focus on.
There's one person on the field at any given time.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see. Still 0-0. Lots of demos, though. As you said, any 50-50s in contest could end up and result in a demo. There's a double demo right there. Jacob out to Fireburner. And I'm wondering which team, if one of these teams is eventually going to pull that out to be a strategy.
Yeah, just sacrifice yourself, go a little kamikaze and just be like, all right, I'm going to take you out, I'm out, I get to go back on defense, but we got an open net.
That's true. That is actually a potential thing there, but a shot. Almost good placement from Garrett, a little bit too wide. So to try to put one in. Double demo there. It's going to give Sad Jr. a chance to break out. Fireburner just plowing right through. Sad Jr. a little bit confused of what's going on there. And you also got to mention that that's a smoke screen effect that those demos are going to have.
Yeah, those demos, I mean, they cause that smoke to come out, and it makes your vision very difficult. But he has an open shot. Can he take it? He's actually going to wait for it, and then he's going to kill him. What's going on?
This is absolutely beautiful. Oh, my goodness. Michael Bay would be proud of this game. Moses off the backboard, but expecting a touch from Sad Jr. is going to be out of the play as they roll this down the other field. No demo there. Jacob does have a chance now to finish off this play, but Turtle going to intercept that one. Sad Jr. missing the touch. Fireburner relieving some pressure, but Garrett going to put on hard. Gets the read, but a little bit too wide on the shot. Jacob actually can get a touch from Moses there. Garrett and Moses almost demoing each other in midfield. Oh, I don't even know what happened there.
People touched each other. Everything went wrong.
Sad Jr. had a shot in open net, but they did spawn in time. Turtle almost getting a touch on Fireburner, but to midfield. NRG now moving up. Turtle going for the demo. Jacob watching back. Everyone just walking on eggshells right now, watching out for all of their route backs when they're rotating.
Now, there's one way that you could kind of plan this is expect, like, as soon as you take a shot, think of it as like you're respawning. So if I get a hit on the ball, I'm probably going to get contested, which then means I'm going to explode, and then I got to go back on my side. So think of it as like that. Just keep rocketing shots, and then just keep getting in position to do it. I mean, that's one way to do it. Attack from midfield rather than up in their zone. The
one time you don't get demoed, you have an open net you miss because you didn't expect to not get demoed.
Yeah, right?
But there's a shot. Garrett is going to finish it off. Passing play coming out from Exodus to put the first one in game number 3.
Yeah, Turtle actually got a demo, and then he followed it up, and actually got 2 demos, and then another one, and then he spawn kills Fireburner after. One after another. Garrett just being a nuisance to a whole new level.
You know what? I wonder if someone could just spawn camp and just rotate on offense.
I mean, you're definitely out of position, but if you're able to take like both your players and sit where their spawns are, then nobody can technically play, right?
Well, there it is. The only RNG in Rocket League are those spawn locations, so it might be tough to predict where they're going to be.
Well, no, take 2 players, take 2 of your teammates and just have them sit there.
A 1v1 with explosions in the corner the entire time. I love it. Jacob getting a touch at midfield out to his other fellow NRGs, but off the backboard, stopped by Garrett in the corner. No explosions. Out to Sad. What a demo! There we go. Moses, what a clutch demo. Or sorry, it was the other way. It was Sad Jr. that got the demo. Sorry.
Yeah, it was a beautiful clear. Played out to the corner just great. But as soon as he gets played back in, he throws himself into the fray. It's just like, no. This is a wide open net. I know there's 2 of you, but I'm taking you with me.
He's going to throw your body in there. It's like, boom. Nice open net there. Shot evener. Coming into the final minute of gameplay between NRG and Exodus, game number 3. They're both tied up 1-1 in the series. Jacob with a chance to put it in, but a little bit wide. Expecting someone to contest that one. Maybe not sure if those demos were going to come out. Moses out of the play, but boosts it up. They get a long pass here. Could be a scoring opportunity, but Sad Jr. potentially with a mind game or a miss. I don't know what happened. It went in.
Yeah, Sad Jr. played that off the wall, tried to follow it up, just doesn't get the touch. I think Jacob was going to get a flick on it. Probably better that he didn't. It caught off Garrett just a tad, and then trying to predict that hit, doesn't get it because nobody else touches it. Very difficult. A lot of these guys make decisions based upon what they expect to happen. It's all predicted. So with situations like that where it doesn't go according to plan, makes it very difficult to make a save.
Well, we've mentioned it before, when a whiff happens at top level, generally a lot more come after that because everyone is playing very predictive and they're playing a certain style, so they're expecting these touches. You don't expect your opponents to miss. And then a bunch of those whiffs come out here. 2-1 lead now, though, for NRG. As Exodus starting to put on some pressure here. Long shot from Fireburner sets that one down into Exodus end. A demo gives them a chance for a shot on net. Jacob can't get it, though, but another demo buys them a lot of time for Sad Jr. to get in position.
Yeah, really clutch demo, too. That was the man who's going to rotate that out and clear it. But when he's not there, you can't do that.
NRG looking good coming into the final 10 seconds of gameplay. They don't even need to get another one. Even just go for the demos at this point. That looks to be Fireburner's strat, but he misses. And NRG is going to take game number 3 against Exodus in that friendly fire match.
We talked before the series started as well that NRG is going to be really good at matchmaking stuff like this. They have that very unconventional play style. It's something that they do better than everybody else in NA is demo. And when you say, okay, literally anything you touch explodes, they're like, all right, we got this. This is us.
And we said it before this even happened, was NRG is that team that has fun. If you've ever watched any of their streams, you've ever heard them talk, like they just have so much fun all the time. This is their stuff, and I guarantee you they play in these game modes a lot, and they've practiced it before. They know what's going on, and we expect them to excel, but Exodus, as we said, not giving up on this next, and the next one's actually going to be really interesting too, and I'm sure people don't practice. We're going back to almost, I guess, the old SARP days with pinball.
Oh,
just a super speed ball.
So for those that don't know what pinball is, it's super lightweight, super bouncy, it's really small, and it goes everywhere. Pinches are unpredictable. You just have to touch the ball and it'll fly across the net. And that's really cool because you see these guys where their accuracy really comes through. They don't have to be close to make that shot. They don't have to worry about power. They have to hit it at an angle to where it goes towards the net. And these guys can definitely do that.
Oh, that's precisely it. Long shots are going to be what they really want, because any of that muscle memory you have from the standard weight of the ball is just thrown out the window at this point. You're not going to be able to get any of these air dribbles that you may be expecting or used to, any of these carries, drags, whatever it is. This ball is going flying as we get down into game at number 4 between NRG and Exodus, and NRG sitting 2-1 in the series.
Oh my god.
That's exactly what we're talking about. You're not setting up those corner plays.
That would have been a great center if it didn't fly that. Like, that's the difficulty that we're going to see is when you have these guys come and take touches like that. But it does allow you to do a lot of misdirection. You can hit it slightly off the corner, and it's going to fly all the way to the other side of the map. See how they play out with it.
I can't wait to see a pinch. It's just going to be insane. But still 0-0. It's going to be difficult to score this one, as you said, unless they start getting some of those long shots from their own end. But a miss from Moses. Got to remember, that ball's a little smaller, Moses. Just an inch off of that one. Off the backboard here, chance, but that's a little bit too hard, and no one can hit it. Not expecting it to keep moving that fast. That Junior has a chance here, but rolls it a little bit too far to the side. Demo, though, no friendly fire in this one, but enough power on. Shot to the side. Turtle is able to get a touch and keep that rolling. Is that going to begin off the crossbar? Jacob sends it down the other end. What? He just jumps up, and that's all he needs to do. And Jacob going to get the first one.
Within 2 seconds, that ball hit both sides of the map. Like, what?
That's all he has to do. Look at that single little touch to roll it towards that other end. And NRG walks away with the first goal in this game.
Yeah, good start for NRG as well. They're on match point as well. They just need to clutch this pinball in order to take it and move on. We are in a single elimination as well, so no chance to come back, do or die.
That's a good point to bring up. If they lose this, if Exodus loses this game, they're done in the mid-season mayhem this time around. And I'm sure they want to keep playing. I know I would at this point. I want to jump in there.
It's too fun, why wouldn't you?
Right? They're trying right now to get a play started up, but a little bit too much aggression on those hits, and I see it back down in their own end, and no shots on net for them. Finally sending one back down the other end. Soft touchings come from Turtle, just misses that top corner. Moses a little bit too close as that flies back down to midfield. He's going to have to back off. NRG with control. Well, they had control. Who knows who really has control in this game mode. Sad Junior with a miss there. Fireburner going to be under that one. Almost two off the top. Sad Junior trying to throw that one in hard. Moses Turtle waiting back on defense. They know these shots can come from anywhere. They've already had one scored on them from anywhere. They just can't seem to get possession as NRG just keeping control and just getting hits. It's really all they do is just hit this ball as hard as possible so the other team can't get it.
Yeah, I mean, positioning is more than anything. Possession, I don't think you can really maintain in this game unless you find a way to make sure your rotations are so well done that you're able to get each touch cleanly. But that's difficult. So it's definitely like a positioning game. See where the ball's going to go, as difficult as that may be. Put yourself in an opportunity to hit it, and you even see Turtle with a couple of those. He's getting up early, and he's making sure he's in the right place to put a shot on that, just missing a little bit wide, because trying to react to the different physics of this is not easy.
Fireburner didn't even jump there, and look how hard that shot went. Incredible how this thing has to go around. 2 minutes left, and this is exactly as the name indicates. This is pinball right now. This is just flying everywhere. Exodus not really able to get any real hits on it. They can't seem to grasp the movement of this ball as NRG just rolls it around the field. Moses, though, finally might have a chance. Intercepted way up in the air. As Fireburner takes a shot off the backboard. No, actually on target. Turtle having to get in the way of that one. A couple soft touches coming out. It looks like NRG is a lot better with the control of this ball, being able to make sure it stays at a speed that they can maintain.
Yeah, Fireburner's been doing a really good job of controlling the ball physics because he's so comfortable with that car. Like, he's using the underside of his car to hit it a little bit lighter than normal. He's understanding that if he uses the corner, it's going to play it really, really hard. So doing stuff like that and knowing the physics of your car as well as the ball are definitely giving these guys a leg up. But with a minute left, still plenty of time. You never know what can happen. The first one was just pure insanity.
Is that gonna go in?
And there's another one. What?
See, that's all you have to do sometimes, just hit the ball. I'm like, I saw that hit, and I'm like, you know, it feels good. I did not expect that to go in, though, off the corner.
Normally that wouldn't happen, because if it hit that corner, it would probably settle a little bit lighter and then just roll inside. But because of how fast that ball's going, it hits that corner position so easily and just rockets back into the net. defense, I can't blame you for not being there. Nobody expected that.
Those were those long shots we were talking about. We're all tied up now. 50 seconds left in game number 4. NRG sitting up in the lead in the series. If they get a goal and keep it to the end of this timer, they're going to walk away with a win in the series and move on in the bracket. But Exodus is not ready to be out yet. And I'm not ready for this to be over yet either. I want that game number 5. It's going to be exciting if it can happen with 30 seconds left. Both teams still trying to just find that right touch to get that long shot. Just throwing it at the net like that isn't going to work. Way too high Fireburner. Maybe didn't even need to flip on that one. But there's a shot. Going to go to the corner. A little bit wide there. A lot wide, sorry. 8 seconds left in pinball mode. Anyone just joining in and being, what the heck is going on? Pinball Mutator potentially going into overtime if that goes.
Oh, what a shot! No!
Ooh,
Is that
Garrett,
going in?
no, Garrett almost put it in their own net. Still a chance here as that rolls out. Fireburner is waiting, but a little bit too far. Finally, overtime in pinball, game number 4 of NRG versus Exodus.
I can't believe that almost went in. But kickoffs are very dangerous too. Those pinches can go any which way. But Demo coming out to reset. Now, looks like Exodus has the possession game. Trying to maintain it at least with the way that this is bouncing.
There's a potential shot here for Sad, but doesn't read it right. Too far for Jacob. He thought that was it for sure. But doesn't go in, still in overtime. Way too high for Moses now. They're all trying to compensate and figure it out. And they're slowly starting to get it, but a bad touch there from Garrett sends it towards their own net. Jacob off the crossbar. Close one, but you can see how they all have slowed their game down a lot more to be able to compensate for how fast this ball is moving.
Yeah, the pro level play is definitely very fast-paced. There's almost very minimal time this ball is settling, and that's different with, oh, he almost gets the redirect.
Right, it is every now, and it's cool to see that mid-game adaptation from both these teams. What a finish! No! Off the corner, Fireburner can't solidify for their team. As Sad Jr. tries again, NRG waiting patiently at midfield, try to get this touch, but again, both teams adapting and slowing the pace down hugely to be able to compensate for the speed of this ball. Shots coming in relentlessly from NRG now, as they seem to have figured out this game mode. Good touch backwards, actually. Gives teammates a chance to reset themselves. Off the backboard, Garrett does send that back to midfield. Turtle with a chance, but too wide. It's going to be 2 players up. Garrett with a shot to the far side, and they take it. Minute 36 in overtime, and we're going to a game number 5.
We see some very good touches coming out. You see that play was set up by Turtle. He guts up, takes an extra touch outside, and then Moses taps it as light as possible. It plays back, and then Garrett goes all in. He's not waiting for anything to happen, and just like, okay, I have a chance to actually have a ball that's on the ground, not flying everywhere. Let me take it. Places it perfectly far post.
So you know what that means?
Rumble.
Get your emotes ready,
Of course I know what
guys.
it means. I'm so excited. Like,
Get your emotes ready. We're going to be heading into Rumble in the game number 5. This is going to be great. It's so cool to see, and we saw Kronovia actually show really good display. And I was actually talking to Pluto the other day, and he was saying that he thinks that Rumble could be competitive too. You know, and I think with a couple maybe changes here and there, it is a possibility for this to be a very competitive game set, actually, that could be a side. Have side tournaments in that. So Rumble is actually a really great game mode and super fun. I'm excited to cast it because it's going to be absolutely ridiculous.
Right. It's definitely chaotic, but there are counterplay options. I mean, everybody's like, oh, the spikes are so OP, but there's also multiple power-ups that directly counter it.
Especially at the last patch.
So when you see certain play styles come in, you're going to see how these guys really react to, okay, I have this power-up, I need to save it.
Yeah.
And that's when the counterplay is going to come in. How do I use this to my advantage rather than just like, ooh, a power up, click a button, like go. Like it's
that was
different.
everyone at the beginning.
Yeah,
that's
just everybody, like, everybody goes crazy.
All at once, all the power ups
like
happen.
6 haymakers just.
We try to figure out what's going on. But now that people know what these power ups do, I mean, again, back to Kronobi, you saw how he jumped up, was able to swing the momentum with the plunger underneath him to get that shot. These players, everyone is starting to figure it out now. And we're seeing some actual cool plays develop in Rumble. And I'm really excited to see what these two teams can bring in game number 5, NRG versus Exodus in the mid-season mayhem for the RLCS. Jacob trying to put in the first one there without any power-ups, though. I don't know. There's a swapper. First power-up coming out. Means everyone else still has power-ups. Anything can happen at this point. Sad Jr. trying to...
I mean,
This
that's one way to maintain
It's the
possession, I guess.
The Sharknado. He loves it. It almost works out for him, too. I know he loves to do what he calls the Sharknado, and that was almost a literal version of it as he aerials into a tornado. Doesn't result in the goal. Almost, the Haymaker getting a shot down to the other end. Jacob trying to keep control with that Sad Jr., pulling it towards himself, but he knows that's not going to route. Two defenders at midfield. Turtle is able to send it into the NRG side. Finally, NRG moves back on offense. Garrett, smart magnet there as he pulls it toward himself, but it does get stolen away. Fireburner coming in now with a tornado, just messing up the defense, and that's one of the best things you could do is just completely take out the ability to control your car.
Right, now what's different about the last time you guys got to see this match when we saw G2 playing was they were playing civilized mutators with their Rumble kind of like power-ups. What's different is all go in this one.
Everything.
There is plays that directly affect the player and the ball, as compared to civilized where that doesn't happen. You can't affect anything but...
oh my gosh, Jacob
oh my
almost
gosh.
gets a finish, but Garrett with a clutch save is able to keep that one out. So close to getting that magnet aerial. Very smart play from him, but still 0-0. Jacob leaving that one for Sad. The spikes, here we go. This could be a goal if they can aerial this pass. Good demo from Jacob, but Garrett does get a push to the side.
Yeah, Garrett with a really good stand up there, pushes him, doesn't even get the ball, just pushes his entire body out of the way. But Moses trying to clear that, very similar to what we saw with ping pong. The power hitter just like crushes that downfield like that shot. What a shot from Garrett!
I actually wanted to originally say Fireburner had a great swap here to stop any attack, but it didn't matter for Exodus. Garrett with a power shot, getting that fist, throwing that one in hard off the crossbar.
I think that last match really helped him out with that one, able to recognize
He knew where it was going.
what it's going to react and how it's going to react. Just hits it as hard as he can at that top right, or top left, my apologies.
Slows you down that fist, but gives you the strongest hit. We've some insane amount of speeds going to the net with that shot. Turtle now has a chance to arrow this in, but he loses his spikes. But there's Garrett with another one! Spike.
What a team play!
Spike to spike team play from Turtle to Garrett. These guys are an insane duo.
So Turtle's lucky that he was rotating because that ball flicks up. Someone must have countered it with probably like a freeze. Ball flips off, goes off the corner, and then Garrett reading that, able to steal it with some spikes. That almost looked calculated.
NRG, Jacob now up for an underside touch stop by Moses, trying to get that first goal before any of the power-ups spawn. They have 10 seconds off every kickoff, unless the timer is below it, to get their power-ups. Let's get a normal goal. Moses, bit of a disruptor. Overdrive there. It's going to put him out of the play. NRG moving up the field here. Who knows what power-ups they have, but it doesn't matter. They lose possession. Fireburner getting in the way of the plunger. Good read of where that was going to be ending up. Moses trying to get control here, but Sad Jr. recovers from the boot pretty quickly. And I always, those freezes are so hard because your muscle memory says that ball is going to fall, and I've seen some whiffs even from pros before.
Yeah, pros hit them because you get so so used to, like you mentioned. Oh no, is he going to do it? Oh. So for those that are unaware too, with the magnet, the closer you are to it, the stronger that it is. So it's very difficult, and a lot of people like going in the air with it because it allows them to literally just have it rotate around their car. But Spike's play is always the scariest thing to see.
He's also not going to be able to drive, though.
Doing a great job, though. Just getting booted out of the way.
Oh, Jacob steals that away, but Turtle is going to be able to capture him before he recovers. Spike's going to be useless in that case. Fireburner, good positioning. Up to Sad Jr. with the haymaker, but a little bit wide on the shot. Good attempt there, though.
Poor Jacob tries to clear that one in and just gets frozen. Luckily for him, he's got the plunger to bring it back.
And that's something that's really critical in this game mode, more than ever, is communication, knowing what your teammates have to be able to coordinate your power-ups with each other. Little swap there. Sad Jr. with a haymaker shot. I don't know if that was a sound. No! Oh, no! Moses with the grappling hook.
So he plays this really well. Sad Jr. hits it first, then haymakers it. Gets it in position with a beautiful shot. Tornado actually brings it a little bit to the side, but then Moses has a grapple hook. So he follows it for a second touch and puts it back in his own net. Oh, Rumble, man.
Unfortunate for Exodus, but they are still up a goal with a minute left. But, I mean, really, with this, you don't know what's going to happen. Just hope that you get a bunch of freezes and try to play as defensively as possible. Good pass there with the plunger. What a play, actually, from Exodus. Good good usage of their power-ups.
Yeah, Turtle takes a hit inside, doesn't get what he's looking for, so he plungers it, brings it back outside. Luckily for NRG, Sad Jr. is able to make a save, but it bounces right back and then puts another shot on net. Very difficult to defend that.
Plunger passing combo to the haymaker. And that one's going to go in, extending their lead by 2 goals. 40 seconds left. NRG looking to put one in quick before the power-ups happen, but there they are in the first freeze. Turtle backing off. I said it.
He doesn't even care to hit. He's like, just get it out. Haymaker it out of here.
Nah. Garrett just missing a touch on that one, and thankfully NRG, that won't be another goal in their net, but 20 seconds left. Power shot from Turtle gets frozen off there. Another power shot. He manages to get the hit. Garrett just making sure he gets a contest. Sad Jr. no, gets that stuck on his wheels, and the spike's not OP in this case. And it looks like game number 5 is potentially, with 4 seconds left, going to be going to Exodus. And what a turnaround as they try to get another one. It's going to touch the ground. Rumble going in favor of Exodus. What an exciting series between them. And man, that was just great. I love this. We need more of this.
Yeah, a couple clutch plays coming out from Exodus, like that plunger one. Unfortunately for Sad Jr., for those that aren't aware what happened, when you touch the ball with spikes, it attaches to that part.
Spot.
So if you land on it like with your nose up, so like if the ball's here and you just land on it, you just got to push it. Like you can't do anything, you can't turn. So it's very difficult. So there are certain ways to take that to advantage. But unfortunately for Sad, he was just a sitting duck. He couldn't do anything.
He could do nothing about it. But that's going to be in our midseason Mayhem for our second series of the day. That was NRG versus Exodus. Exodus took it in game number 5 in the Rumble mode. Good job to both teams. And I'm excited for more matches today and even tomorrow. This is great. But we're going to send it over to the desk and see what they thought about that match.
Amazing match there. Oh my gosh, this is getting better and better. You are tuning into an excellent time of Rocket League Championship Series and the mid-season Mayhem. Let's take another look at that one in the Mobile One high performance replay.
Sorry, Carpet, had to add a topper because I'm 2 for 2 on predictions, but it didn't start off well for my boys Exodus.
It did not. I thought I was actually going to get you on this prediction, but they did play really well in the game I thought they would. NRG knowing how to use their demos. So many demos.
By the way, I counted, and I'm not a great counter, but I think it was around 41 demos. I was hoping for 42, but I'm probably off by about 10 because there were so many demos. That play by Sad Jr. was amazing. Got the double demo so Fireburner could score that goal.
I mean, they're just so used to being able to position. And the pinball game was just so hard to know what was going on.
It was just random. Like both these goals, completely random. Moses, okay, that just falls in, and that saved them right there. That random goal from Moses saved Exodus in the series. And then finally, we actually got a good shot from Garrett during pinball, which we didn't see a lot of in pinball because it's really hard to judge the bounciness of the balls.
But yeah, the spike-to-spike play from Turtle to Garrett, really using these power-ups. I mean, Rumble is one of my favorite things to watch these guys do.
Poor Moses there with the grapple, getting the own goal. Like, we need to clip that and just show Moses every single time on stream.
He will actually be probably a really big fan of that, Gibbs.
He will. Well, because they won, so he'll be fine.
Yeah.
Loving these Rumble matches. Of course, that's game 5 of our format if it goes to 5 games. Again, there is a Rumble you can vote for with the mutator settings called Fisticuffs. So if you want more Rumble, vote for Fisticuffs. Just saying.
That was just a plug.
Rumble.
Let's take a look at the bracket to see how things are panning out. Of course, we saw G2 with a 3-0 over Deception. They're going to be facing off against Exodus in the semifinals. And of course, still to come, we have Take 3 Vindicator, GG, and Genesis Revival on the other side of the bracket. But I feel like people who are making predictions might have said G2 and Exodus. It's a pretty nice match for the semifinals.
That should be a good one, and G2 looked really comfortable during Rumble, so we'll see if they can get 2 of those games in a 5-game series. We'll see if that matters, because like normal days, we would say Exodus, but today's a different day.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, practicing Rumble probably would have worked if they did get to do that a little bit. I mean, a lot of times it's really that one last power-up they were able to just save for the perfect moment that gets you the goal. We saw so many plunger goals, so many good plungers. I think Kronovi put in some kind of cheat code to get just the plunger, because I swear I saw him use like 16 of them in 2 games. But either way, I mean, like you said, the first 2 games, I think actually they play a lot of standard style Rocket League, but that 3rd game is just up in the air.
Yeah.
Well, I'm ready for more, and I hope you guys are ready for more too, because it is time for you to go to the chat. Go to the chat right now, because we have to decide on Take 3 versus Vindicator GG. That's going to be the next match here in the mid-season Mayhem, and we need you to help us decide what they're going to play on, what arena they're going to play off, and what mutator settings they're going to do. So go into the chat, look out for the straw poll. Vote right now. It's a lot of fun. And vote for fisticuffs.
Yes. Fisticuffs all the way.
All right, we're going to take a break, but we'll be back with Vindicator GG versus Take 3. Go vote! Go vote in the straw polls. We'll see you in a bit.